Okay, special angle pairs are two angles that have a special relationship. Two angles that have a special relationship. You've seen most of these before, but let's just revisit them. Complementary angles. The definition, these are two angles that add to equal what? 90 degrees. And here's the picture. 31 plus 59 equals 90. They don't have to be adjacent. They just have to add to 90 to be complementary. Supplementary angles. Two angles that add to equal 180. Adjacent angles. Two angles that share a, what is this called? Starts with a V. Vertex. Two angles that share a vertex and a common side. See, this is their common side. And they are side by side. Okay. Vertical angles. So these would be vertical angles. Two opposite angles formed by intersecting lines. And what's their relationship? They are congruent. Very good. And then the last one we have is a linear pair. Two angles that form a line. They are adjacent and supplementary. Okay. Questions about those? And you have a practice worksheet that goes along with this. So next, let's get out the little pink piece of paper. Yes. We're going to start with parallel lines cut by transversal notes. Okay. So when parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, they form 8 special angle pairs. No, they form 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there are 8 total angles created. Okay. alternate interior angles. Can you see the picture here? So do you see that these little squares and circles are inside the two parallel lines? Okay, so these are alternate interior. That means they're on the inside, okay? Angles are inside. Parallel lines and on opposite sides of the transversal. So you see how these are opposite, alternate, opposite. And they are congruent. Next, we have alternate exterior angles. The picture, those would be, these squares would be alternate exterior and these circles would be alternate exterior to each other. Angles that are outside the parallel lines and on opposite sides of the transversal. All right, they are congruent. Okay. Alternate exterior angles are congruent. Next, we have consecutive, or sometimes you might see it as called same side interior angles. So these are on the interior and then they're on the same side. So these are angles that are inside parallel lines and on the same side of the transversal. They are supplementary. Okay. Next, you have consecutive or same side exterior angles. Okay. So they're on the same side of the transversal, they're just on the exterior. So they are angles that are same or on the same parallel lines and on the position of the, so they're on the same side and same position of that transversal. They are congruent. Corresponding angles. These are angles that are in the same position. So this circle, and they are congruent. Yes, this is a review of some of the stuff you probably learned in 8th grade. All right, so flip the pink sheet over. When two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, they create how many angles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These angles form a pattern of congruent angles and supplementary angles. So let's fill in the missing angles. On number 1, I would start with the vertical angles. So if this is 71 degrees, the vertical angle here would also be 71 degrees. If this is 109 degrees, the vertical angle there is 109 degrees. All right. Do you see that this is 109 and corresponding to this angle would be here? So that, where I put the dot, is going to be 109. And then vertical to that is 109. And then here would be 71 and 71. What I would like you to do, practice 2, 3, and 4. Practice 2, 3, and 4. We will do those together in a moment.